Hello everyone, I'm Shanhu Mingson, and I'm delighted to embark on this journey of spiritual growth and alignment with all of you. Together, we will explore the wisdom of the Heart Sutra, not just a classic Buddhist scripture, but a key to inner peace and clarity. When you grasp the 2 words and 3 sentences from the Heart Sutra, you gain the mysterious power to change your life. In the Prajna Heart Sutra, the 2 words prana are profoundly meaningful, so much so that many scriptures are named after them, demonstrating their elevated status in Buddhist classics. The 3 sentences from the Heart Sutra are, with a big heart comes great blessings. With an immeasurable heart comes immeasurable blessings. Shakyamuni Buddha spent 21 days expounding the 80 scrolls of the Abdhamsaka Sutra and 12 years explaining the 1.8 million words of the Agama Sutra. However, he dedicated a full 22 years to elucidating the mere 260 characters of the Heart Sutra. Within these 260 characters, each word is crucial, especially the prana. Hidden within their essence lies a value beyond measure, which must be understood. Many scriptures are named after them, underscoring their exalted status in all scriptures. Prana is the indispensable path for all sentient beings seeking liberation from suffering. It must be comprehended and attained. The scripture states, when practicing deep prajna, perceive that all 5 skandhas are empty, thus transcending all suffering. This statement is the core of the entire scripture, and our ultimate goal. To achieve this, one must first perceive the emptiness of all 5 skandhas, a realization facilitated through prana. By attaining prana, one can transcend everything. So, what is prana? Prana is the transliteration of the Sanskrit word pana, which can be understood as ultimate wisdom, a profound wisdom, capable of perceiving the essence of all things and the universe's origin. It is a wisdom beyond our conventional understanding, where what we often consider wisdom is merely cleverness. True prana wisdom reveals the fundamental truth of the universe and life. Possessing this wisdom enables one to dispel all ignorance and afflictions, becoming omniscient and omnipotent within the entire universe. Our suffering and pain stem from our ignorance and delusion. Because we do not understand this world, we often make erroneous decisions, bearing numerous negative consequences and much distress. The root of all suffering lies in ignorance, and prana stands in opposition to ignorance. Prana can dispel all ignorance and put an end to all afflictions. Nothing in the world, no material wealth, is more precious than prana. Everything we pursue is merely a phenomenon arising from causes and conditions, ultimately amounting to emptiness. Rather than chasing after wealth, we should pursue the wisdom of prana. Wealth cannot resolve our suffering and pain. Only prana can lead us to purity and happiness. We must not merely understand prana as great wisdom. This transcendent wisdom cannot be conveyed through words or language. The use of the term prana is merely for the sake of convenience in understanding and realization. We must understand that prana, like the great path in this world, can only be understood through direct experience and not through verbal expression. The most precious thing in this world is not material wealth, but these 2 words, prana. Do you agree? The 4th patriarch, Chen Master Daoshan, once said, hundreds of thousands of Dharma doors all return to the mind. All marvelous virtues of the sons of the Ganges are in the heart's source. All matters in the world are within the heart. When you comprehend these 3 sentences from the Heart Sutra, you gain the mysterious power to change your life, and blessings naturally overflow. The heart is the root of all suffering. A philosopher once said, there are no insurmountable matters in the world, only an unconquerable heart. Many times, we think the suffering is too heavy, the situation too vast, and we cannot break free. Yet, in reality, our hearts remain trapped in the past. Consider this story. Once, a young man was wrongfully accused and spent 8 years in prison. Though later exonerated, he remained unhappy, always lamenting, I am so unlucky. The best years of my life were wasted in prison. I suffered so much. Even if the person who framed me were cut into pieces, it wouldn't relieve my heartache. He lived in anguish until age 65. Nearing the end of his life, Master Hu Tang visited him. Why do you still hold on to resentment after so many years? With his dying breath, he murmured, Master, I was wronged. How can I let it go? That person ruined my life. The Zen master shook his head and said, "You spent 8 years in prison. But you've imprisoned yourself for 30 more years outside. It wasn't that person who ruined you. It was your own heart." Indeed, if one cannot release the past, dwelling in grievances, resentment, and pain, even if the body is free, the heart remains imprisoned. The Heart Sutra states, when practicing deep Prajna Paramita, perceive that all 5 skandhas are empty, thus transcending all suffering. Everything is born and perishes, all our dreams, illusions, bubbles, shadows. All suffering does not arise from external factors, but originates from within the heart. When the heart is not ensnared in the cage of the past, one can emerge from the fog of setbacks and difficulties, truly attaining freedom. In life, we often fret over fame and gain, obsessed with gains and losses, seemingly tormented by life but actually self-inflicted. Life is short, happiness scarce. Why not open our hearts, release the painful past, and embrace the voice of happiness? Your world is a reflection of your heart. Consider another story. Once, 2 scholars with similar academic achievements were both aspiring to become successful candidates and traveled together to the capital for exams. Passing through a forest, a bird suddenly fell dead at their feet. The taller scholar paid it no mind and continued walking. The shorter scholar was startled, thinking, "Isn't the bird falling to the ground a bad omen?" He stood silent for a long time before catching up with his companion. Upon reaching the capital, he grew increasingly despondent, consumed by fear of failure. On the day of the exam, fixated on the idea of falling, he could not concentrate and ultimately failed. Meanwhile, the taller scholar, focused solely on success, answered the exam questions with ease and topped the list. 2 scholars, same experience, one indifferent, the other overly contemplative, resulting in vastly different outcomes. Dear fellow practitioners, if you find our sharing valuable, please like and follow. Your support brings us great joy, motivating us to continue, providing more updates. Thank you. The Heart Sutra states, all dharmas are characterized by emptiness. They are not born, not destroyed, not stained, not pure, not increasing, not decreasing. External environments and encountered events are all illusory, devoid of inherent good or bad. What defines them is our heart. The heart is like a mirror, reflecting the world. With delusions, the mind distorts, turning into a funhouse mirror, obscuring the true nature of the world. This is what the Heart Sutra calls the ignorant mind, the mind that does not understand. We bathe in illusions daily. With an ignorant mind, we cannot see the world clearly, much less see ourselves clearly. Ultimately, we create imaginary troubles and suffer because of them. Conversely, by focusing less on incidents and more on our original intentions, we can face things calmly, live a modest yet happy life, and achieve great happiness. The purer the heart, the freer the person. The Buddha said, with a pure mind, the heart blooms like a lotus. Often, our hearts are impure. A word or action from others can disturb our peace. Master Yang once shared a story. In ancient times, a man celebrated his mother's 80th birthday and invited Tang Bao to compose a poem for her. Tang Bao wrote, "This woman is not human." The man was furious, thinking Tang Bao insulted his mother. After a while, Tang Bao added, "A celestial fairy descended to earth." The man rejoiced, believing Tang Bao praised his mother. Tang Bao then wrote, "She raised a son who became a thief." The man was upset again, thinking he was accused of being a thief. Finally, Tang Bao wrote, "Stealing celestial peaches to honor his mother." The man's mood brightened once more, feeling it praised his filial piety. In just a brief time and a few lines, Tang Bao stirred the man's emotions significantly. Though exaggerated, this reflects our daily reality. Unfinished words, situations in flux, yet our emotions surge. A few words heard can easily disturb our inner peace and unsettle us. We concern ourselves with how others perceive us, agonize over choices presented by others, completely forgetting who we are and what we truly desire. Led by others, we end up achieving nothing. Ultimately, it comes down to having too many desires and an impure heart. The Heart Sutra states, with no hindrance in the mind, there is no fear. Far from all inverted views, one realizes nirvana. Emotions should not be swayed by worldly matters. Circumstances should not alter our composure. By maintaining inner purity, we can become better versions of ourselves. Life is impermanent. Before reacting, take a moment to reflect. Amid the hustle and bustle, remain calm. Amidst chaos, remain unconfused. Blessings will come with a pure heart. Everything becomes simple. The Buddha said, a mind as vast as space has no boundaries. A person with a broad mind, regardless of whether the world is sunny or rainy, always sees the world with vast skies and high mountains, always able to let go, never encountering hardship. This is the Prajna mind, able to embrace boundless beauty, gaining treasures on life's journey. As the saying goes, with a big heart comes great blessings. With an immeasurable heart comes immeasurable blessings. Understanding the Heart Sutra allows you to live happily in every flower and world, to bloom in every leaf and body. Today's video concludes here. We hope you will like, follow, and leave comments. Thank you for watching. Your likes are acts of Dharma giving. Let us continue learning from the wisdom of successful people together, as we conclude our journey of spiritual exploration. With Shanhu Mingsen, may we draw inspiration from the wisdom of the Heart Sutra and embark on a path to a more serene and liberated life. Thank you all for your participation and listening.